Hello everybody, welcome to the Wasichana Wa Afrika Summit 2022. My name is Elizabeth Horindi and I'm your moderator for the summit. The Wasichana Wa Afrika Summit is a critical girl-centered and girl-led movement where girls share insights and formulate solutions on issues that affect them. The theme for this year is power and unapologetically taking up space. The summit convened girls from across the African continent to exchange learnings and generate innovative solutions with the support of mentors and girl allies. This year, we had over 1,000 girls joining in from Zimbabwe, Tanzania, Uganda, South Africa, Kenya, and Morocco. During this conversation, the fact that stood out was that girls are not safe anywhere. And according to the United Nations Women's Statistics, 40% of women and girls experienced sexual gender-based violence despite the existing policies that seek to eliminate gender-based violence. These statistics pose a question to you beautiful ladies out there. What would you change if you had a magic wand to shift culture?
Tunaziomba serikali zetu zisimamie masuala ya haki za wasichana, haki za wanawake.
Hello everyone, I'm a program coordinator at Project SOAR, and Project SOAR is an organization empowering girls and supporting them to know their value, their voice, and their body, and their rights, and their path.
I'm the founder and executive director of AfroArc. AfroArc is a youth and women-led non-governmental organization based here in Rwanda. We envision to create a gender equal generation where women and girls' rights are a reality to them. We do advocacy and build capacities of women and girls in all their diversities on sexual and gender-based violence response to ensure prevention, access to services, and justice. We hope that you're going to have a great time at Wasichana Summit. Thank you. Have a great time.
Hello, I'm Executive Director at Ladies Joint Forum. Aside of gender-based violence, we as Ladies Joint Forum, we advocate for the equal rights of women and girls and opportunities. We also advocate for consideration of women's rights.
From Mwangaza Muslim Secondary School, English literature teacher in the school. Our institution deals with both boys and girls, and due to various challenges that have been facing the girls, so as a teacher, a lady teacher, I decided to start a club and I named it Ladies Empowerment Chat, where we talk, empower these young girls on the challenges they are facing. And we came up with a slogan that will be making us to speak out our problems. And this slogan is Ladies Empowerment Chat, we don't judge. So for us, whatever challenge someone faces, we listen to it, get solutions, and we don't judge the challenge of that person.
My name is Mori, working with Box Girls Kenya. Box Girls is a community-based organization that exists to create a world where girls and young women lead dignified lives in secure communities where they are valued as equal members of the society and have control over their bodies and sexuality. We continue to amplify the voices of the girls in the communities we work in through boxing and mentorships on their rights and where to report to in case of violation so that they can realize their rights.
As African girls, we continually face risks of violence due to our gender and child status. Acts and threats of physical, sexual, and psychological violence have far-reaching effects on our ability and willingness to participate in society, including our access to education, access to sexual and reproductive health services, and decision-making spaces. So here's what girls had to say about GBV. In the first Chinyambuyu chat, I have a conversation with girls about the realities of GBV in the community. As a girl, what makes you feel safe?
Opportunity to live freely without being judged. That is what makes me feel safe. And again, just walking alone and not feeling like I'll be attacked anytime soon. You know, when you walk alone, you feel like kitu yote inaweza fanyika. So when I just feel free to walk anywhere and go anywhere and have my own opinion without being judged, that makes me feel safe.
I'd like to think that I'm assertive, of which I know I am. So the fact that I can just stand up to a person and tell him or her yes or no, it makes me feel safe because I know I can make my own decision whenever I want to and whenever I need to.
So being in a place where I'm alone, that really makes me feel devastated. It makes me feel like I'm all alone in this world. But whenever I'm with people, I feel like I'm safe. Yeah, like these people got me.
Sioni kama there is a place I can actually call safe, because right now a lot of things are happening, be it on my phone, be it physically around me. Like, I don't know if there's any other place I'd call home apart from inside myself, like what I feel inside, and also my family, but my immediate family, not the extended one, because it's not that easy for me to trust just anyone in this current world.
Feeling safe is the ultimate goal.
Yes.
So when you're prevented some rights, you don't feel safe. And when I'm at home creates an area where you can be calm, relaxed, a place where it's tranquil. It creates a nice environment where you can just hide away from everything. So personally, I'd say home is the place where I feel safe.
In the second conversation, the conversation is with technocrats who share the experiences of girls and young women in their spaces on sexual gender-based violence.
Okay. So public spaces that we mostly or I'd speak about that are sometimes not so safe is in terms of workspace, right? Especially when you actually think about it, for a very long time, women never used to work, let alone even actually have a job, right? Never, even there was a time women could not even, vote. And now women are coming into the marketplace, and it's kind of like not very comfortable. So those are some of the places that I'd speak that are not so comfortable, and it's both for professions that are mostly male dominated, or even spaces that are also even women dominated. So those are some of the examples I do have of public spaces that are not so safe. Yeah.
Also, the other place that I can think about is the recreational areas. For example, parks. I think that places they kind of unsafe for young girls. There are people who go there with ill motives, and this can really make the place be unsafe for the girls. Also, as we are talking about places like schools, and more so maybe not in the classroom setup, but in the co-curricular setup.
At the beginning of the summit, we were curious to know, what would you change if you had a magic wand to shape culture? As far as we would make the world safer for African girls and young women, end all harmful cultural practices and norms that hold them back, and make sure their voices are heard and respected. This is the resolve we left the Wasichana Wa Afrika Summit with. We are mindful of the everyday microaggressions that girls and young women face that make them feel unsafe and negatively impact their mental health and well-being. As a young woman, I believe that the time is now to make the world a safer and a better place for young women and girls. The time is now to invest in amplifying the voices of African girls and young women. I urge all girl allies in their different capacities to work to ensure girls are safe at home, school, and across all other spaces.